Good evening, everyone, and a very, very warm welcome to the session. It is nice to be here and to have students who are enrolled for this module. So again, a very, very warm welcome. What we're going to be looking at is ENTP 6212, which is your Entrepreneurship 2B module. We're going to focus on small business management. So at this stage, we are 4 weeks into the semester, so we are well under our way on our way of steamrolling ahead. And in the semester, you should be orientated around how things work at Varsity College, and you should have an idea what is happening in each one of your modules as well. So this is just one of them that we are going to focus on. Entrepreneurship 6212, like I say, this is the 2B component. So you would have had 2A perhaps last semester, and now you are moving on to 2B. Some of the students in this class, I recognize the names from last semester and from previous years. So a very, very warm welcome back into one of my groups. It's always nice to have students who I say repeat students, but not repeat students in terms that they're repeating the module. They're just my repeat students, that they are with me time and time again. So that's always lovely to see names that I recognize. So to those students, a warm welcome. And for all the new students in my class this semester, a very, very warm welcome to you as well. So who is this person behind the voice that you are hearing? You would have seen on your tutor list or on the module guides and all the announcements that I've made. My name is Kim. So shortly you will be able to see a picture on your screen of myself, just so that you can have an idea of who I am and where I fit into the whole picture. So I'm just waiting for it to load quickly. Kim van Rooyen. I live in Port Elizabeth, so I live in the Windy City. I know some of my students also live in PE. So it's always nice to also have that. So there you can see my name and my email address. I'll speak about that as well. The easiest way to contact me, ladies and gentlemen, is through the messaging system on VC Learn that is specifically for the specific module that you are dealing with. So then I have a good idea of what it is and who you are and where you are at in the groups, okay? If you're going to send me an email, please just remember to put your name and the module and your group number in the subject line, okay? So for example, if you're referring to this module, you would have in the subject line ENTP 6212 group 1 and your name, so that I just know exactly who it is and where to find you on VC Learn. Remember, I've got lots of groups on VC Learn in the system, so I don't know where you are fitting in that. I don't know all my students off by heart. So yeah, it makes my life just a lot easier. Then I don't have to reply and say, please tell me which one. We can just get straight down to business, and I can help you and assist you as fast as possible. Okay. So email me, guys, if you have any concerns or queries. If you're battling with something, please just send me an email. I always tell the students that even though I am online, my virtual door is always open. So please, guys, no message is too small or insignificant or silly. If you've got a content question, just email me and we can take it from there. If it means that we need to set up a session so we can chat about it, we can do that. If I can't assist you, I will forward it on to the necessary administrative or results query or whatever it may be. But please do let me know what is happening and how we can actually go about, sorting out the issues, fixing the queries, answering content questions, and all of that. Okay, so that's just a little bit of admin there. You can see a picture of me with my family in Port Elizabeth. I've got 3 small children. When I'm not busy online, then trust me, these 3 little ones keep me busy enough as well. So it's always nice to have students in my group that know me and that know how I work. I'm very fair. I always try and help. So please, guys, I've been doing this for a long, long time. So please, guys, do use my wealth of knowledge as well. It's here to use, and I'm willing to share at all times. So please, if you need anything, do let me know. Okay. So this module, ENTP 6212, you would have noticed if you have already downloaded your module manual, you would have seen that this is the prescribed textbook. You can see it's hiding away here in the corner, but you get a snippet of it. Small business management, launching and growing entrepreneurial ventures in South Africa in particular. So this is the South African edition. It looks like this. It is a very nice book. So those of you who have already perhaps read through it and completed the first 3 chapters, you will see that it is a nice book to use. So it's user-friendly, it's easy to read, it's written for South Africans. So our examples are written specifically for us as South Africans. And it really is one of those resources that you can keep in your bookshelf and refer back to as you go on and study. So for anyone who's going to be studying further, it is really one of the books that you can really keep and use as reference as well. If I had to tell you how long that this book has been in my bookshelf for, it never ever leaves. So even though I should return it to the library every year, somehow it always just stays in my cupboard because I really do use it. So even as a lecturer, we refer back to this book. It's well written, it's easy to read. It honestly and truly is one of the better textbooks that I have come across in all my years of studying. So you are lucky that you have it, and I'm sure you're going to find it very, very insightful. There are also extra readings that you can go and read. They also do help and sort of support what it is that is being said in the book as well. Obviously, follow along with your module manual. Module manual will highlight all the learning outcomes. It will tell you which chapters you need to focus on and which areas of the chapter to focus on as well. So if you haven't got a textbook yet, please make sure that you do get one. I think there might be some e-copies available. I'm not too sure. I don't have, like I said, I don't have an e-copy, but I do have the actual textbook. But do get the textbook. It is very, very useful to have. Okay. So I always tell my students, if you want to be successful in this module or in any module in particular, what is it that you need to do? And I always say the 1, 2, 3s of being successful. And what are they? First and foremost, make sure you have downloaded the necessary documents. So make sure you have downloaded the semester plan. And remember, the semester plan is in the More Resources folder. It is our guide to this module. So you'll see on the semester planner, I've indicated every week what you should be looking at, what activities you should be completing, what learning units you are looking at, when are tasks due, when are collab sessions happening. So it's kind of like an overview of what is happening in the module, and try as far as possible to stick to it. Now, I know, ladies and gents, that life does happen sometimes. Sometimes in one week, you have a really, really busy week at work. There are deadlines, or you've got family obligations in a specific week. So sometimes you don't always get to do what it is set out on the semester planner. So please, in those situations, ladies and gents, don't panic. Catch it up the next week, catch it up the next week. Do it when you have got the time to do it as well. So I don't want you to feel that, like everything is set in stone. I always say the semester plan is a working document. You take it, make sure that you are trying to keep up to date as far as possible, because obviously you don't want to fall too far behind. But if for some reason there is a week where you have skipped something, or you have not managed to do your summaries, or whatever the case may be, please don't panic too much. Please just then go and do it in the coming week, or whatever it may be. Your module manual you need, available under More Resources. So make sure you have downloaded the module manual. It tells you which chapters you're going to learn. It also tells you what are the learning outcomes for each chapter as well. So it's also very important that you have one. And obviously, go and download the assignments. The assignments are available. You can go and download them. So long, go and read through the case studies. We'll unpack the assignments in more detail, but it is very, very important that you orientate yourself and you have all the documentation that you need for this module as well. Okay. Then you have assignments and tasks. These need to be completed on time. Okay. So let's divide it up into 2. Let's speak about assignments first. So assignments are your official Varsity College assignments that you submit on VC Learn. They have a set deadline. That deadline is set by the IE. I don't have any say in that deadline. I also can't extend the deadline. Okay. So those deadlines are the deadlines for all the campus students, distance students, all the students studying under one banner would submit that assignment on that particular day that is set out by the IE. So our big national office will set those dates. So I can't change the dates, I can't change the times. You guys need to make sure that you are submitting on those specific dates within the time limit, okay? Sometimes I get students, oh, Kim, this happened or this happened and this happened. And because I am helpful, with other situations, students sometimes think that I should help them with this, but I really, really can't. I can't grant any extensions. I can't apply for you guys on the hub. Those are all out of my capacity. So please, please, please make sure that you are submitting all your official assignments well before 9 o'clock, well before the deadline. Get them in when you are finished. Please don't leave it to the last minute and then have to scurry to submit documentation for an extension and then you miss the deadline and get 0 in any case for it. So please avoid those situations. ICE tasks, however, are a little bit different. So ICE tasks, I do have say over. I can grant extensions for ICE tasks. I can, create them according to the class and the class needs. So all the ICE tasks have been created. They are all in the More Resources folder. So you will find all 4 of them in your More Resources folder. 3 of them are self-graded, so you will get your marks straight away for the 3 of them, and 1 you will receive feedback from me for that specific one. These ICE tasks are set according to the semester planner. So on the semester planner, there are specific due dates for them. But please, ladies and gentlemen, if you miss one, do not panic. You can go and catch it up. Okay? So if for some reason you have not done the first ICE task, go and do it. Do it the weekend. Do it the following weekend. Do it when you get a gap. As long as all of them are completed around about the 20th of October. So I will advise when the final ICE task date is, but it's usually round about the 20th, 23rd of October. As long as all 4 of your ICE tasks are completed, then you will get the 10% for ICE. Okay. So if you have missed 1 or 2 according to the planner or according to the calendar, which they are also in, do not panic. Like I say, just go and catch it up. Okay. So ICE tasks I can be lenient with. Assignments are a no-go. You've got to be on time for the assignments. And then obviously in terms of the live classes, they are scheduled, they are planned, they're all on your calendar, on your VC Learn, and they're in the semester planner. Plus I also will always remind you about when these take place. So please just be cognizant of those dates and times. Try and join as far as possible. So if you can, join the classes, interact with myself, engage, ask the questions that you need to ask so that you can actually get a better understanding of what is happening in the module. If again, for some reason, there's a clash or you've got obligations and you can't attend, please just ensure that you are indeed listening to the recording. So please make sure that you are actually listening to the recording. A lot of vital information is shared via the recording or via the live collab session. So just please ensure that you are, listening to the recording and catching up on that behalf as well. Okay. Then we're going to look at some of the assignment dates. So you'll see according to your PAS document, you do have assignment dates that were allocated, that have been given to you guys. You'll see them on the screen in front of you. So these are according to the PAS document. They are obviously subject to change, but at this stage, they should remain the same. So assignment 1, due in just over 3 weeks' time, 20th of September. Then we've got a long break before we have to complete assignment 2. So we've got 2 months before that is due. No, not really, just on 6 weeks before it's due. And then very shortly after that, we then have our take-home exam. So take-home exam, pretty much the same as what you are used to. You receive the exam via student materials at midnight, and you need to submit it that day then before 9 p.m. Take-home exam, you can do it in the comfort of your own home. You can consult your resources in order to submit that exam. On the right-hand side here, just for your own information, I've just listed some NSS dates and some live collab dates. You will notice that sometimes the NSS and the assignment date is the same, especially for the first assignment, because obviously it is quite soon. So we are going to just have a combined assignment for that. And obviously for the rest, then we will have more. If I see that the class is battling with a certain concept or struggling to submit an assignment, I will then just have an extra class here, there. So I'll always communicate with you, and we will work on it as we go along. So if we need an extra class, I'll set one up. We can meet up and we can chat about the things that are happening further on. That really is all from my side, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you found this recording useful as an introduction to the module, and I'm looking forward to unpacking the assignment with you. We do have another collab session in about a week's time, so not next week, but the week after, early next week, where we will unpack Learning Unit 1 in more detail. So if you haven't downloaded it yet, please make sure you do download assignment 1 and start reading through the case studies and start looking at the questions in the meantime. If you have listened to the recording and you have got a question, again, please email me or please contact me. If not, have a great evening and we will chat again soon. Take care. Bye.